So here we are on day 4 of our Marian consecration. And I wanted to share with you a reflection I had. There's a memory that came back to me just recently that I think is very apropos of our journey here, these 33 days. And it was on a missionary trip. Before coming here to New York, I was down in Dallas working at a school. We took the high schoolers to Nicaragua, and we went to a small town in the far western side of the country, called Chinandega, and there's a lady there that had set everything up for us. And on one of the occasions, one of the days, we went to an orphanage. The high schooler boys went to the boys' orphanage, and I went with them. And the girls went to a girls' orphanage. And so we were there at this boys' orphanage that had, I don't know, maybe there's 100 and 120 some kids, ranging from ages somewhere around third grade on up through high school. Fewer in high school, but a lot of younger, first communion ish age boys. And so we spent a lot of time just hanging out with them, playing. To have some other new kids from out of town come in, some Americans came in, and we brought food, we brought drinks, we brought toys, and all kinds of stuff just to kind of brighten their life a little bit. And but What I noticed there was a lot of joy. They had a lot of joy. This is a Catholic orphanage. The religious priests that took care of them did a really, really good job. The staff that were there, they had a lot of joy in their hearts. And yet there was a contradiction. There was a cognitive dissonance, because, okay, these are orphans, or at least their families can't take care of them, in the sense that maybe they're around. There was a few that mentioned how their mom would come and visit them, like maybe once a month, or for every 2 weeks or so. But their mom, they couldn't live with their mom. Their mom wasn't able to take them. Their dad was out of the country, up here in the States, maybe working, or as a migrant worker of some form. And so we spent a lot of time with them, and one of the young boys, after several days of visiting with them, he gave me this little card. Now, I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. This little prayer card, and had an image of the Blessed Virgin Mary on it. And there was an image I had recognized before, but I didn't think too much about it. I just thought it was so touching that this orphan who has almost nothing gives me this beat up little tiny prayer card with an image of the Blessed Virgin Mary. I don't even remember what the prayer was on the back. And so going on, as we're going back home on the airplane, I began to think about, just to reflect on these encounters with these kids, and a lot of others that we had. And I was praying very specifically, asking myself and asking God, where was God in this? Where were their mothers? Where was why is it that that they would be so abandoned? And as I was doing that, I took out this little prayer card, and I was looking, and I looked closely at the image. It's image of the Blessed Virgin Mary, but she has her gown. I'm not going to use the right word for it, but her clothing, would be the tilma in Spanish, but that would come down and was spread out like this, and underneath, sort of like wrapped her mantle. That's the word I'm looking for. Underneath her mantle, she had all these children that were kind of gathered in around her, and she had her mantle out wrapped around them like that. And that's the picture that this young boy had given me. And then it began to click. Mary's taking care of these kids. She's the one, and that was almost like the signal to me, don't worry, I've got them. I've got these boys. I'm giving you my mother's heart. And as this image portrays, it's one you can look up. Like, just Mary or mantle is probably Our Lady Help of Orphans, or that's probably the title that goes on it. Sorry, I didn't look it up before jumping on here. But anyway, that's something that, even for those of us like myself that are just a wonderful mother and family that's always been so present and supportive, that the Blessed Virgin Mary, that's how she operates as well. She's got a mother's heart, and especially for those of us in times of need. Just imagine an orphan, or those going through great trials, sickness, illness, danger, stress, that she wants to be that kind of a mother for us. So we turn to her, Our Lady Help of Christians, Our Lady Help of Orphans, Our Lady Help of all those in need, knowing that this is the kind of heart she has to just bring us in, wrap us in her mantle, to protect us and love us. Turn to her in that way. turn over your issues, your problems, your trials to her. She wants to take care of you. She wants to help you. She wants to bring you closer to her son. So keep praying for each other as we journey on this day 4. We got a lot more to go, and I'll be praying for you. God bless you.